You can get the cards you need for today's Budget Magic deck and support the show from this episode's sponsor, Card Kingdom. Just follow the link in the description box down below. Hello everyone, it's Seth, probably better known as Saffron Olive, and it's time for another edition of Budget Magic. So this week, we are heading back to Guild of Ravnica Standard for a deck that I'm pretty excited for. This is a fun one. We're playing a card that somehow I don't think we have ever played before, even though it's been in the format for a long time, and that is Hadana's Climb. This is Bant Climb, basically a deck that's looking to get down a Hadana's Climb, along with a creature with some counters on it, flip the climb really early, and hopefully just smash our opponent with a massive flying threat before they get a chance to recover. So that's the plan for today. As you can see, 98 bucks in the paper world, only 16 ticks on Magic Online. So a pretty great price, especially in the digital world. A quick reminder before we break down Bant Climb for Standard. If you enjoy this deck and you enjoy Budget Magic in general, it would be amazing of you if you could take a second, click that subscribe button down at the bottom of your screen. It's a great way to support the channel and the site for free. So let's talk some Bant Climb, starting with the climb itself. So this is the card that the deck is built around, Hadana's Climb. So Hadana's Climb, 3 mana enchantment. At the beginning of combat on our turn, we get to put a +1/+1 counter on target creature, and then if that creature has 3 counters, we get to flip around into Winged Temple of Urzaka, which not only ramps us, giving us a land that taps for a mana of any color, but we can pay 3 mana, tap it, and double a creature's power and toughness, and give it flying until end of turn. So the plan of this deck is to slam down a Hadana's Climb really early and flip it really quickly. So we're using some typical creatures and some pretty spicy creatures to get the job done. So one of the main plays of our deck is to play a Chamber Sentry on turn 2, and Chamber Sentry comes in with counters equal to the different colors of mana we spent on it. So if we play 2 different colors of mana on turn 1, turn 2, on turn 2 Chamber Sentry is going to be a 2/2 in the form of 2 counters, and then on turn 3 we play Hadana's Climb. Counter number 3 goes on Chamber Sentry. We flip Hadana's Climb, and then we're off to the races. So Chamber Sentry is a bit weird. We're not a 5-color deck. In theory, we can make 5 colors in some weird ways, but we're a 3-color deck, so we're mostly playing it as a 2/2 for 2 or a 3/3 for 3. It can work as a removal spell as well. Our other weird creature is Hungering Hydra, which is green and X, enters with X counters, can't be blocked by more than 1 creature, and then when it's dealt damage, if it survives, it gets that many counters. So this is kind of a huge hoser against decks that are relying on damage-based removal. If we can play this for like 5 mana against a deck like Mono Red, this is incredibly hard for that deck to deal with because they lightning strike it and it actually grows our Hungering Hydra, or we block one of their creatures, it grows our Hungering Hydra. But this is another way we can quickly flip a Hadana's Climb, and then Hungering Hydra is one of our best finishers in the late game. We play it with like 5 counters, we already have a flip climb, we just smash in with like a 10-10 a couple turns in a row, close out the game really quickly. So that's kind of plan 1. Plan 2, we have some more typical creatures, but still creatures that work really well with Hadana's Climb because they get counters on them. So Pelt Collector grows into a 3/3 pretty quickly, gets counters on it, and then we flip our Hadana's Climb. Plus, as we're just playing our big X creatures and our Merfolk Branchwalkers and our Knight of Autumns, we naturally grow Pelt Collector into a really big 1-drop anyway. Merfolk Branchwalker only enters with 1 counter depending on how Explore goes, but it's a great 2-drop, filters through our deck. Knight of Autumn flips Hadana's Climb all by itself. If we put the counters on it, it already has 2 counters. Hadana's Climb, counter number 3, flips it around. Plus, it gives us some additional value, blowing up things like Search for Azcanta, the Immortal Sun, different artifacts and enchantments. Also, just gaining life is really nice against the red deck. So these are kind of our backup Hadana's Climb creatures, plus just really solid curve creatures. We can win without Climb just by curving out Pelt Collector, Branchwalker, Knight of Autumn, some of our big X things, and play like this weird kind of green-white / Bant aggro deck. We also have Venerated Loxodon, which is another way we can get get counters on our creatures thanks to the weird Convoke Enter the Battlefield trigger. Plus, it's just a really solid deal. If we go Pelt Collector into Merfolk Branchwalker, on turn 3 we can tap our stuff, put some counters on it, get a 4/4 body, so works well with the backup beatdown plan as well. Otherwise, Llanowar Elves does not do anything specifically with Hadana's Climb, apart from ramping us into it. So in theory, on turn 1 we Llanowar Elves, turn 2 we have enough mana we can get down our Climb, start putting counters on Llanowar Elves, growing it, and maybe even flipping Hadana's Climb with our Llanowar Elves. Otherwise, our backup counter things, Song of Freyalise, kinda spicy. It gives us some extra mana, eventually puts a counter on everything, and pumps our team, giving it Vigilance, Trample, Indestructible, so we can get in a big attack with the 3rd lore counter. Assure Assemble, mostly there is a way to save a creature from a removal spell. We use the Assure side to put a counter on something, also make it indestructible, but if things go long, we can make a bunch of night tokens with it as well, but it's another way we can flip our Climb a little bit earlier while also protecting our creatures. So that is basically the deck. Get down a Climb, hopefully flip it as quickly as possible, and then just send creature after creature in the air, doubling its power, smashing our opponent's face. 4 removal, 4 Conclave Tribunal, pretty straightforward. Then we have our mana base, and if there's a weakness of this deck, it is the mana base. So to play a 3-color mana base in Standard and do it optimally, you're going to spend more than $100 just on the lands, with the fetch lands and the check lands. So we're playing an Evolving Wilds, kind of budget-friendly mana base to stay in the budget range. But if you're looking for an easy way to upgrade the deck, it's just play more dual lands to make the mana more consistent. But Evolving Wilds, a bunch of the check lands, some basic lands. As far as the sideboard, we get a bunch of removal to customize for different matchups. Baffling End for early game against decks like Mono Red, also gets like Wild Growth Walker. Ixalan's Binding takes care of things like Teferi Forever. Crushing Canopy, actually a very powerful card right now because there's a lot of good flyers. It's very good against decks like Drakes, where you're killing all of their main threats. Also takes down Doom Whisperers, which is relevant. Citywide Bust, kind of a sweeper that doesn't hurt our team, takes down Drakes and Doom Whisperers and other big creatures. Negate for the control matchup. And then we have Nullhide Ferox, which is mostly to hose decks like Blue-Black Control that are playing disinformation campaigns, decks with the Eldest Reborn. Really sweet sideboard card when we sneak it into play against discard. And that is Bant Climb for Standard. And that's our budget Magic deck for this week. So anyway, I'm excited for this one. I think it's going to be fun. I think we can get some really explosive starts. We got some good value creatures. We got some spice thrown in as well. So let's get to the gameplay, see how Bant Climb works in Standard. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll be back in a bit with a wrap up. All right. Budget Magic time. We are playing some Bant Climb in Standard, and we're going to keep this. Our mana is not exactly what we're hoping for, but we are on the draw, and we have lots of forests in this deck. All right, there's a forest, so let's just Pelt Collector. Pass the turn. Opponent. Oh boy. Wild Growth Walker and Overgrown Tomb. Okay. I'll play Hinterland Harbor, play Pelt Collector, play Pelt Collector. Pass the turn. That is a lot of Pelt Collectors. We're going to need a white source at some point for this Venerated Loxodon opponent. Passes. Well, let's Branchwalker. Grow our Pelt Collectors. See if we can hit a land. Man, if we had a white source here, just a basic plains, oh my god. Or a dual land that's untapped, Venerated Loxodon's so good. Assure Assemble, Graveyard. No attacks. Come on, deck. Come on, deck. Give us that. Alright, cast down on Pelt Collector. Give us a land. Give us a land. This Hadana's Climb is so much damage if it get... Oh my god. Well, we're going to need so much damage because that's a million Wild Growth Walkers. Land. Hydra. Well, alright. Chamber Sentry. X2. Get him a Branchwalker. Once our opponent hits an Explore creature, things go really bad really quick. Wait, why? Oh, I guess we punted. That's an Explore creature. So now things go really bad really quick. This should be a 2-2, but it's not a 2-2, and we're not hitting our lands. Opponent has a Seeker Squire, which is going to more grow. Alright, there's white mana. Oh, we are kind of punished here. Okay. So, let's Hungering Hydra X1, Venerated Loxodon, Grow the Dorks. Yup. Pelt Collectors, getting big. Alright, so next turn we get to flip the Climb. That misclick with the Chamber Sentry is kind of costing us. Opponent. Seeker's Choir explores, grows the Wild Growth Walkers. Assassin's Trophy, leaving it on top, but it's going to be too slow unless our opponent has one in hand to kill this climb. Opponent. Passes. Oop. Whew. Huh. Okay, new plan. How do we want to do this? I guess we can just wait. Let's just play climb. Go to combat. Counter on Chamber Sentry. Flip climb. Pass the turn. I guess our opponent can Assassin's Trophy our land? Yeah, alright. Well, that slows us down temporarily. Get a land. Opponent. Passes. Well, play Land of Elves. Play Song of Freyalise. Play Night of Autumn. Put the counters on it. We still can't really deal damage, unfortunately. Through these two Wild Growth Walkers are keeping us at bay. Opponent. Passes. Ooh, I do like Conclave Tribunal. That gets rid of a Wild Growth Walker. We just gotta wait. We gotta wait. We can't... Huh. 1, 2, 3. No attacks. Let's kill Llanowar Elves. Pass the turn. I mean, next turn we just get to Ultimate Song of Freyalise, and that should hopefully take it down. Yeah, opponent just scoops it up. Alright, that went pretty well. Our deck, we started off with some sketchy mana, but we did get there. Alright, so against our opponent's deck, Baffling End gets rid of the early game creatures. Our opponent's potentially going to bring in a bunch of Planeswalkers. Ha 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 ha. How do we want to change this? Song of Freyalise was sweet there. I was pretty impressed with Song of Freyalise. They have a lot of ways. How are they going to sideboard? I'm guessing they bring in more Planeswalkers and kind of go big. Planeswalkers blow up Conclave Tribunal. Let's go up 2 negates. Go down 1 Hydra, 1 Assure Assemble. And... yeah, let's just run it like that. I'm a little nervous to bring in too much of our enchantment removal, because this deck just is so good at blowing up enchantments. On the draw, 1 land with a lot of good cards. I think we're going to mulligan. There's a risk that we just never cast anything with this hand. Alright, this hand's better. Pelt Collector. Alright. We will keep it. We can grow some big Pelt Collectors. Opponent passes. Well, Forest and Pelt Collector. Pass the turn. Woodland Cemetery. There's everyone's favorite Wild Growth Walker. And passes. Play Pelt Collector. Play Evolving Wilds. Pass the turn. Yeah, we are going to have to deal with this eventually. Opponent. Oh boy, it's the full combo. Wild Growth Walker, getting massive. Maybe we should have just brought in Baffling Ends anyway, just to deal with Wild Growth Walker. We'll have a better idea after we see how our opponent sideboarded. Assassin's Trophy, gets a land, and leaves Assassin's Trophy on top. Opponent gets it. Well, Assassin's Trophy is good. That is pretty good against us. Grab an island. Take our beats. Down to 17. Play Sun Petal Grove. Make sure we tap properly. Chamber Sentry, 3 colors. So it's a 3/3. It grows our Pelt Collectors. Pass. Maybe we just attack? No, we're not just going to attack. We have Song of Freyalise in hand. Opponent. And these are going to grow again. Branch Walker explores. Wild Growth Walker. Yep. Opponent. Ooh. Alright, let's take it. Let's take it. Sure, you got us. Down to 13. Overgrown Tomb. Untapped. Opponent passes. Well, play Sun Petal Grove. Play Night of Autumn. Put the counters on it. Pass the turn. Opponent. Combat. Attacks. Well, I mean... block. If we get blown out, at least it grows these Pelt Collectors to massive sizes. Wow, opponent lets it go. Okay. Well, we dealt with... That's good. We dealt with a Wild Growth Walker, and we get to grow our Pellet Collectors. Land for our opponent. Doom Whisper is another story. Negate, negate, negate. Yeah, I think that Doom Whisper is going to be a problem. Song of Frailes. Blue, white, red, green. Play Chamber Sentry. Grow the Pellet Collectors. But if we don't find a way to deal with this Doom Whisper, it all goes for nothing. Pass the turn. Opponent surveilling. Yeah, now our opponent could just dig until they find exactly what they want, which is a little bit not great. Well, didn't take much digging. Opponent. So we need to draw a way to deal with Doom Whisper this turn, basically. Wow, opponent attacks with everything. Alright, I mean, block, block. We're okay with killing your stuff. Down to 7. Land. Okay. Yeah, negate would have been good there, but not good enough. Oh, and there's the climb, and we scoop it up. All right. Well, that was close. That was close. That Doom Whisperer just so big. And our opponent had the full Wild Growth Walker combo. How can we... Let's go down to Night of Autumn for a baffling end. And I guess one Chamber Sentry for a baffling end. We can't let our opponent just go to town with Wild Growth Walker, even if we're probably going to get blown out by enchantment removal. Alright, we get to play first. Okay. This is fine-ish. Forest and Llanowar Elves. We still don't have an answer for a Wild Growth Walker, but what can you do? Forest for our opponent. And passes. There's Climb. Well, let's Branch Walker. Go exploring. See if we can find a land. Graveyard negate. Play Evolving Wilds. Pass the turn. Woodland Cemetery. And there's a Branch Walker. Well, we're going to put our opponent to the test pretty quick. There's a Cast Down. Opponent pass it. Well, crack this. Grab an island. Untap. There's a land. That's pretty good. So now we get to play Song of Frailes. Yeah, play Song of Frailes. Play Sun Petal Grove. Play Climb. Put a counter on Branch Walker. Pass the turn. So our odds of flipping this coming turn are pretty good, unless our opponent has Assassin's Trophy. Alright, that's fine. Cast Down is fine. Swamp. Because now Night of Autumn should flip, and then we're just where we want to be. Opponent passes. We draw a Plains. Okay. So, play a Plains. Play Night of Autumn. Put the counters on it. Go to combat. Climb Night of Autumn. Transform. And, alright, this is a fast clock, and we even have a Sure Assemble for protection. Chupacabra. Gotcha. Yup. So opponent's going to target our knight. Well, we will assure that our knight will not die. Yup. Opponent. No attacks. Counters on everything. Indestructible. And vigilant. So if we play Climb... 1, 2, 3. It transforms. I think this works. So we play Climb. Yeah, this'll work. Play Climb. Go to combat. Counter on Night of Autumn. Transform. Keep the untap land. Attack, attack. And then Temple Night of Autumn. Hit our opponent for 16 in the air. Down to 2. All right, well, this is it, opponent. You got to deal with it all. Every single bit. Branch Walker explores. Hits a land. Plays a land. Oh, my God, they're so good at drawing Assassin's Trophies. Alright. Well, good Assassin's Trophy. Opponent passes. We draw nothing. Well, go attacking. That is Maybe we were too greedy. Maybe we misplayed this game. Maybe we should have just held on to the second climb instead of forcing through a bit more damage. Those 2 points of damage probably aren't the difference between winning or losing, so we might have just cost ourselves this game, honestly. Doom Whisper. We draw. Nothing. Ooh, climb. Well, never mind. That works out. So we play climb. The Doom Whisper can keep our opponent alive. Play Glacial Fortress. Combat. Counter on Knight of Autumn. Attack with Knight. Temple Knight. Opponent's got to chump with Doom Whisper. I mean, the pressure's on. The pressure is on. Opponent chump stays at 2. Come on. Come on. Let's get paid off for making that silly extra play for 2 points of damage. Yes! Okay! Unpunished! Unpunished! We are unpunished for our unnecessary greed. We'll take it. Bant climb! Thank goodness. I did not want to hear the comments if we lost because I played that second climb for little value. Sweet. Oh, goodness. Alright, next. Alright, budget magic time. And that's a lot of Knight of Autumns. Yeah. Yeah, with one land, I think we got a mulligan. Oh, dear. Oh, dear. Okay, 5. Alright, 5 it is. 1 land into 6 lands. Chamber Sentry to the bottom. Legion's Landing for our opponent. So, I don't know what our best plan is here. Probably flip a climb and jank them out. Opponent. A Sapperling Migration. Gonna flip the Legion's Landing next turn. Gets in. Untap land would be good. Alright, Sun Petal Grove, go. Yikes. Not the way we wanted our 5-card hand to start. Opponent. Going to town. Oh, we might just be dead instantly here. Opponent gets in. Yup. Flips Adanto. Well, let's play Evolving Wilds, crack Evolving Wilds. Grab a Plains. Play Branchwalker. Go exploring. Tribunal Graveyard. Don't really want more Tribunals. Opponent. Arch of Vraska. And, okay, Tribunal of their own. Gets rid of the Branchwalker. Big attack. Well, this is not good, but it's somewhat okay since we do have Knight of Autumn. Down to 11. So let's Knight of Autumn. Blow up Tribunal. Get back Branchwalker. Get a land, play a land. Pass the turn. Unfortunately, we might be in chump blocking with real creatures part of the game. It's a lot of 1/1s. If our opponent has some sort of pump spell, we're in all kinds of trouble. We did start with 5 cards, though. Opponent. Combat. Attacks with everything, except Amara. Yeah, I guess we take it. I'm not sure what our plan is from here, honestly. Opponent passes. Land. Well, play Knight of Autumn. If our opponent has March of the Multitudes, we're just super dead. Knight of Autumn. Let's gain 4. Sun Petal Grove. Locks it on. Opponent makes a dork. Yup. Well, pass the turn. Next turn we can't actually block without just losing our stuff. Another Tribunal. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's a lot of damage. I think this puts us to dead next turn. Opponent gets in. Yup. Down to 4. Oh, play Pelt Collector. Tribunal. The Tribunal. Get back Loxodon. Grow our dorks. Well, pass the turn. So we're not just dead. Although how exactly we win is up for debate. I mean, we did start with 5, so even just putting up a fight is impressive. Adanto Vanguard. And more? Oh no. Tribunal. All the tribunals. Yup. Alright, deck. We need something. Opponent. Passes. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we're literally dead. Alright. We're not going to show the climb. Since we're literally dead on board, there's not really any reason to show our opponent the climb. Huh. Interesting. Interesting. What is our best plan to fight this deck? So we can probably go down Hungering Hydra. Go down... Assure Assemble. Go up Negates. And go up Ixalan's Bindings? Yeah, let's go down to Song of Freyalise as well. Yeah, I think that's all we can do. We don't really have a way to deal with all the tokens, so we really have to try to focus on stopping our opponent from casting a huge March of the Multitudes. Alright, so we're on the play. Well, okay. We're missing blue mana for climb, but... I mean, this hand's fine. If we draw blue source, this hand's sweet. So, Forest and Llanowar Elves. Pass the turn. Come on, Island. Opponent. Forest. And passes. Well, Sunpetal Grove. Run out Chamber Sentry. X2. Get in with Llanowar Elves. Chamber Sentry's nice because it does mean if we draw the blue mana, we get to flip right away. It also can snipe tokens, which might be relevant. Sunpetal Grove. Adanto. Opponent passes. 1, 2, 1, 2. Play a Forest. Play a Branchwalker. Go exploring. Night of Autumn. We will put it on top and pass the turn. I think we're just going to start shooting this Adanto Vanguard. Plains. 4 life is a lot when all we're doing is removing a counter from this Chamber Sentry. Opponent. Legion's Landing. Yup. Goes to combat. No attacks. Well. Yeah, let's just kill the vampire. Untap. Venerated Loxodon. Grow the Dorks. And... yeah. Huh? Why didn't Llanowar get a counter? Oh, no! Apparently we tap Llanowar for mana and not for Convoke. Oops. Opponent. History of Benalia. Well, hopefully that's not super relevant. Opponent. Passes. How do we want to do this? Play Night of Autumn. Blow up History of Benalia. Play the land. Go to combat. Attack, attack. Opponent takes it. Down to 11. And I'll pass the turn. Blue man is still so good. We even get the immediate flip. I think we're in decent shape, though. Venerated Loxodon. Well. Ping Adanto.
Yup. Opponent, passing. Well, blue mana is nice, but I think we just binding. Loxodon. Attack with the dorks, and that should do it. Well, that went much better. Much, much better. Maybe we should be... Maybe we go up a Baffling End for a negate. Yeah, let's try it like that. I'm still very worried about March of the Multitudes. It seems like a card that we just can't beat if it resolves. Yeah, okay. I guess we keep this. Llanowar's good. Palette Collector is also good. We'll play the Forest, play Llanowar. Pass the turn. Another land would be sweet. Opponent, Adanto. Yup. And passes. We'll play Palette Collector. Play Glacial Fortress. Pass the turn. If we draw a land, we can just Loxodon into Loxodon, and that's pretty good. Opponent. Getting in for 3. Well, we'll take 3. Down to 17. Night of Autumn. Yep. Sure. As a 4-3. Land? Branchwalker. Well, let's Branchwalker. Yeah, let's Branchwalker. We really need a land. Grow Palette Collector. Land? Alright, Palette Collector Graveyard. Pass the turn. Okay. Not a land, but we're putting up a fight. Legion's Landing for our opponent. Land. Sapperling Migration. Going wide. Going super wide. Opponent. Gets it. Well, we take it. Come on, deck. Come on, deck. Branchwalker. Well, 2 lands is not many. Well, let's Branchwalker. Song of Freyalise. Alright, we'll keep it. It's kind of like a land. The question is, do we actually... well, we'll see. We'll see what our opponent has. If our opponent doesn't have much, we can eat a bunch of 1/1s. Land. Well. We'll see. It's a close one. Opponent, combat. Attacks. Alright, well, we will just take 3. That's fine. Down to 11. Night of Autumn. Okay. Gets the counters. Well. Play Song of Freyalise. Pass the turn. So awkward. Opponent untaps. Johnny. Well. Negate it. Opponent. Big attack. And flips. Well. Block here. Block here. No. Kill the 2 Night of Autumns. Take our beats. Grow a Palette Collector. Drop to 5. Opponent passes. Well, there's our land. So play a forest. Play... So awkward. Night of Autumn. Gain 4. Pass the turn. I mean, we're barely holding on. We've just been so pinched on mana. Opponent. Flourish. That's not good. Attacks with everything. Well, block. Block. Yeah. So we drop to 3. Draw climb. Yeah, we just did not draw lands. Well, that game match was weird. That match was very weird. We kind of just got super mana screwed in both of our losses. Game 1 we mulled to 5. Game 2 we won pretty handily. And Game 3 I felt like we were it favored if we hit our land drops, but that was what, turn 10 or something with still 3 lands after multiple explores. So you can't control the magic gods. Sometimes the magic gods just don't want you to win. Yeah, alright. Sweet. Alright, budget magic time. We are playing some Bant Climb in Standard. And this hand's pretty good. Our mana, a bit budget. Not going to be able to Pelt Collector on 1, but Control A. In theory, we have turn 2 Chamber Sentry, turn 3 Climb, flip Climb. I mean, this is assuming nothing goes horribly wrong with removal and discard. Discovery. Well, Evolving Wilds, crack it. Grab a Forest. Opponent, gonna do some surveilling. We do it. Oh man. So our dream scenario here is we play Chamber Sentry. Our opponent plays, as much as I hate to say this, Disinformation Campaign. Both on top. Opponent plays Disinformation Campaign, and then we get to untap, flip Climb, and then we just have a huge source of pressure. So Chamber Sentry, go. Alright, this is a big turn. Let's see what our opponent has. Island. This actually works. We have 2 climbs. So unless... I don't think there's a card that's going to ruin this. We should be able to flip a climb here. And then we are off to the races. Then every one of our creatures, well... almost, sort of. Most of our creatures become big threats if we can climb them. I'm not sure what our opponent takes here, honestly. With 2 climbs, they can't put us off the climb plan. Maybe they take one of the 1-drops? Interesting. Assure Assemble. So I guess they're just going to try to run us out of creatures. Opponent passes. Another Chamber Sentry is not bad. Well, play Glacial Fortress. Climb. Combat. Counter. Flip Climb. Get in for 3. And I think we just Llanowar Elves. Pass the turn. Having some random dorks around gives us a bit of protection from, like, Eldest Reborn. Search for his Kanta. And Discovery. Alright. Alright. Now things are kind of interesting. We can hit for 6 with Climb. Chamber 6, 7. Or we can just play a Climb and start putting counters on other things. That might be better. Unless our opponent finds Ritualist, Branch Walker. So we play... Actually, we should probably just get in as much damage as possible. I think this makes the most sense. So pump Chamber Sentry. Go to combat. Hit our opponent for 6. And then we are going to run out Pelt Collector. Pass the turn. Definitely hoping for no Ritualist. That's the worst card for us here. Opponent leaves it. Land. And passes. Assure Assemble's interesting. And let's Branch Walker. Grow Pelt Collector. Go exploring. Play the land. Go to combat. Attack. Alright, opponent takes it. Oh, wait. Alright, there's Vraska's Contempt. Yup. Drops to 10. Yeah, let's just pass. Stay conservative. Search for his Kanta. Leaving up Assure Assemble is nice. Opponent leaves it. Drown Catacombs. We do want to be aware of a Dream Eater. Night of Autumn. Alright, well, go to combat, attack. Hit our opponent. There's the Dream Eater. This is fine. So we can... Okay. Surveils. Going to bounce Pelt Collector. Yup. Let's see if our opponent blocks. They do. So I think we just assure, kill Dream Eater, Knight of Autumn, blow up his Kanta, and yeah, let's pass. We could run out Pelt Collector, but I feel like metering our threats in case our opponent has a sweeper, more important. Discovery. Mills 2 lands. Plays a land. Opponent. Passes. Well, play the forest. Play a climb. Combat. Counter on Knight of Autumn. Go attacking. Alright. If our opponent's not going to do anything, we're not going to pump yet. We're going to force them to... Alright, there's Vraska's Contempt. So now we will pump on Branchwalker. Opponent's down to 1 card and 6 life. And we've been... I feel like we played this game pretty well against the control deck, metering our threats. Let's see what our opponent's got. Opponent, passing. Yup. We draw Knight of Autumn. Well, go to combat. Counter on Llanowar. Attack. Opponent down to 1. Yeah, let's Chamber Sentry. Actually, no. Let's Pelt Collector. Pass the turn. We need to play at least 1 threat because of Dream Eater. Opponent did find a Dream Eater. Surveils a bunch of stuff. I think they're mostly looking for a Ritualist. Bounces Llanowar. Opponent untaps. Tap land. 1 card in hand. What is it? Discovery. Still digging for a way to stay alive. Mills 1, keeps 1. Eldest Reborn. Alright, so we sack Branchwalker. Grow Pelt Collector. Opponent passes. So we can't win this turn. Well, that's Knight of Autumn. Blow up Eldest Reborn. Chamber Sentry. Grow Pelt Collector. Go attacking. Yeah, counter on Knight of Autumn. We don't actually want to flip here. Opponent's got a trade. Play Evolving Wilds, pass the turn. Alright. Opponent's got a top deck again. And opponent gives us a GG's. We got there. Alright. That went pretty well. And now we get to bring in some cards that are hopefully good against our opponent's deck. Nullhide Ferox. Really good against Disinformation Campaign. I wish we could have more, honestly. Hungering Hydra, not good in this matchup. Better in the red matchups, or the matchups where people are playing more damage-based removal. Crushing Canopy seems pretty worthwhile. It kills their threats, it kills Disinformation Campaign. Seems like one of our better cards. Probably go down Song of Freyalise and Assure Assemble? And can we bring in negates? That's the other question. I would like some negates, but I'm not sure how to make them fit. I guess we can go down Assure Assemble for a negate. And maybe we just go down 1 Conclave Tribunal for negate. Run it like that. Having some way to deal with a sweeper seems pretty important. That's a 0-lander. Gonna ship it. Well, okay. Conclave Tribunal. Huh. Alright, I guess we'll keep a removal spell. Swamp for our opponent. Well, there goes our negate. And now they know about the Ferox. Opponent. Passing. Sun Petal Grove, go. A little bit of a slow start for having 2 mismatched Llanowar Elves. Opponent. Island. Discovery. Gonna do some digging. Leaves both on top. And passes. Well, play Llanowar. Play Evolving Wilds, pass the turn. We would like to draw land. That would be helpful. We have 2 of 2 Conclave Tribunals. Tap land. And cast down. Well, crack this. We're going to grab an island, I guess. So Llanowar down. Come on, lands. Lands, lands, lands. Crushing Canopy. Well, play Llanowar Elves. Pass the turn. We're having a hard time casting anything at the moment. Opponent, Swamp. Vraska's Contempt. They're just going to try to kill all of our stuff. We really would like a land here. Alright, there's a tap land, but it is a land. Sunpetal Grove, go. At least we're getting close to our removal spells. Opponent, land. Thief of Sanity. And passes. Well, yeah. Kill it while our opponent's tapped down, hopefully. Alright, Thief of Sanity down. Staying alive. Staying alive. 2 cards in hand. Come on, land! For these Conclave Tribunals. Opponent passes. Oh my goodness. The hand that would never be cast. Oh dear. Oh dear. Opponent passes. Yup. Well, I mean, we're gonna play Climb. It doesn't do a thing, but we're gonna play it. Eventually, we might draw creatures. There's a Sabotage. Opponent surveils. Mill's a Ritualist set. Yeah, okay. Well, come on, deck. We really need to draw lands. Opponent gets a island. This means they can start Dream Eating, which is not ideal. Opponent passes. Good golly. Pelt Collector. Okay. Still on 3 lands. Do they have a Dream Eater? Yup. And this is where things tend to spiral out of control. Surveil 4 is... it's at least like drawing a card. It might be... it's better than drawing a card, I would say. It might be not quite drawing 2 cards. Which makes Dream Eater pretty absurd. If you look at it that way, bounce something, draw 2 cards, and you get a 4/3. It's essentially a 3-for-1. Yep. So opponent left whatever their most perfect option is on top of their deck. Gonna get in with Dream Eater. I mean, we got lots of cards in hand if we ever get to cast them, which is, I mean, not happening because of these land issues. Opponent, search for Azcanta. That's not good. Yeah, we're about done. Yeah. I mean, I think it's over, honestly. We can't. Now our opponent gets to flip Azcanta, too. This has been some kind of unfortunate running to, when we need a land, to draw our most expensive card 3 turns out of 4. Azcanta flips, and yeah, I think we just concede. Our opponent should be able to just win with Azcanta here. Azcanta and Dream Eater, that's all they need to win the game. And there's not really anything we can do about it. Sure, we have more cards, but we can't answer Azcanta. So our opponent gets to draw something really good each turn. Down to 12. Well, 2 things, because I draw... okay. Evolving Wilds. Well, I mean, we will attempt a Conclave Tribunal. Although this is not an effective answer, because it will eventually be Dream Eaten. Opponent, gonna do Azcanta things. Cast down to kill our creatures. Well, sure. We gotcha. No more Dream Eater. Oh, it's such a not good temporary solution. Opponent untaps with Azcanta. Swamp. And passes. Well, we will crack this. Grab I guess an island. Once our opponent finds a Dream Eater, then the game is officially over. Alright, so... Nullhide Ferox. Azcanta. Whiffs, okay. That's good. Grow Pelt Collector. I mean, maybe we could Jacob out. Get in with Pelt Collector. Although they can just pay for Ferox, kill Ferox. Cast down's Pelt Collector. So I don't really think this... I still don't think this works with the amount of mana our opponent has. Opponent finds Disinformation Campaign. Gonna start drawing some cards. Well, there is good news. And that is, we drew Ferox number 2. Ferox? Thought Eraser. I mean, this is it. We try to win with Feroxes. This is the game. Takes Conclave Tribunal. Picks up Disinformation Campaign. Replays it. Yup. Well, we'll discard a Loxodon. Vote it. Passing. Well, go to combat. Hit our opponent. 412. Play a Plains. Play a Loxodon. I mean, okay. Can you answer it? Can you answer it? Land for our opponent. Opponent. Disinformation Campaign. We discard a Loxodon. Untap. Well, Palette Collector. Pays for a Ferox. Contempts a Ferox. Drops to 2. Are we going to win this? Is there hope? If they find a Dream Eater, it's still a massive blowout. Down to 2. All right. All right. What do you got, land? 3 cards in hand. Is there a chance? Oh, I thought we were so done. Opponent. Escanta. With Discovery Dispersal. Oh, Desperation. I think we're going to win this. Oh, our 2 Feroxes. Oh, thank goodness we drew both of them. Wow, we were mana screwed for so long. I don't think opponent can kill enough with 4 mana when they have to pay 2 for Ferox. They should only be able to kill either Ferox or one of our 2 other creatures, but not all of them. And they can't. All right, well, I mean, we will Chamber Sentry to grow Palette Collector, giving us another lethal threat. Go to combat. I mean, we just swing with everything. If there's an answer that I'm not thinking of, then okay. Do we get there? And we got the GTs? Taking down Disinformation Campaign. The second Ferox saves the day. Man, could you imagine if we had all 4? Oh, that would be so brutal against this deck. It's the solution. It's the solution. Sweet. Well, we got there. Oh, thank goodness. Sweet. All right. Budget Magic time. We are playing some Bant Climb in Standard, and this hand is about a blue source away from being great. I mean, it's pretty fine as it is, but if we had a blue source, this hand is super good. Super, super, super good. Palette Collector, go. Island for our opponent. Yup, and passes. I'll play the Plains, run out Branch Walker. Grow, Palette Collector, go exploring. Well, that's a blue source. Okay. Well, I mean, this is pretty much what we're looking to do. We don't necessarily get to flip next turn. We'll see. Treasure map. Oh, man. Well, we are definitely running out Climb. Play Climb. Combat. Counter on Palette Collector. Well, you might be able to just close this one out super quick. Get in. Next turn, we should be able to flip Climb. Meandering River. Opponent. Passes. I'll play the Plains. Go to combat. Counter on Palette Collector. Attack. Yeah, we're getting in the damage. Double Palette Collector. That is 10 damage on turn number 4. Put it down to 3. And, I mean, this is exactly what our deck is trying to do. Opponent. Treasure map. Scries. Well, they're going to need something pretty spectacular to not be dead here. And opponent scoops it up. Oh, wow. We just ran our opponent over. Full force, run him over. That was really good. Really, really good. Okay, so against the control deck, we go up all the negates. We go down 2 Hungering Hydras. We go down, I guess, the 2 Song of Frailes. And maybe trade a couple Ixalan's Bindings. Yeah, let's go down 1 Chamber Sentry too. So we'll have 3 Tribunals, 4 Bindings, and just run it like that. Well, that was about as impressive of a game as our deck can have. Pretty close. Alright. We're gonna keep this. We don't have white mana, but hopefully we find some. If there is a clunky part of our deck, it's the mana base. Well, play the land, play Palette Collector. Pass the turn. Negate is a nice draw. We don't mind having a negate in hand. Opponent. Plains. And passes. Well, play Hinterland Harbor. Make sure we tap properly. Chamber Sentry. X2. Counter. Alright. Syncopate. That's not great. Now we really need white mana, because we actually can't cast anything at the moment. Glacial Fortress. Treasure map. White mana would be so helpful. Oh, play the land. Maybe we should not have played the land. Play Branchwalker. Grow Pelt Collector. Yeah, we probably should have waited in case we hit Evolving Wilds. Well, Venerated Loxodon, definitely to the graveyard since no white mana. Tradition. Get in. Hit our opponent. Down to 17. Pass the turn. Opponent's going to start scrying. Yep. Untaps. And plains. Opponent passing. White mana. Blue mana. Well, that's awkward. Go attacking. Opponent takes it. Down to 12. Well, we pass. Treasure map is going to be flipping, although the good news is we are head on board. Oh, if we draw white mana, anticipates. Yup. Grab something. Untaps. Alright. Treasure map officially flipped. Opponent. Tap land. Baffling End. Alright. Well, we're going to let Baffling End go. Gets rid of our Branchwalker. Opponent passing. White mana? Blue mana. Our mana. Well, get it with Pelt Collector. Hit our opponent. Down to 10. Well, I don't know. Without our white mana, it's going to be hard to actually finish this game off. We're losing so much value here. We would have a lot of pressure if we had the white mana. Opponent passes. Llanowar makes green mana. Well, get in with Pelt Collector. Down to 8. Play a sad little Llanowar. Not really doing anything. Opponent. Okay, counters it. That's fine. Yeah, one of the weird things, well, maybe it's not even weird, but one of the quirks of this deck is 3-color mana bases. When I built what I would consider the optimal mana base for this deck, just the lands were over $100. So we had to make some tough cuts to make the deck, the mana fit under the budget. More Llanowars. I'll get in with Pelt Collector. Hit our opponent to 6. Play Llanowar. Pass the turn. I mean, maybe we could still get here incredibly slowly. Opponent. Passing. Well, there's our white mana. We did find it. I'll play the plains. Go to combat. Attack. Settle the wreckage. Well, alright. We'll grab a couple lands. Plains and... Yeah, I guess just plains and plains. Play Knight of Autumn. Blow up Baffling End. Get a dino. Yeah, opponent sacks the treasure. Alright. I mean, the pressure's still on. Pass the turn. And we got 100% through the treasure map, so that's something. Opponent. Passing? Opponent's passing. Well, that's good. Play Climb. Sabotage. Well, negate Sabotage. Climb resolves. Combat. Counter on Knight of Autumn. Yeah, I mean, we gotta attack for lethal. If they got Settle Part 2, they got Settle Part 2. Alright, opponent's playing a lot of settles. Well, get the lands out of our deck. The good news is, we got pretty much all the lands out of our deck, so we should be drawing solid action. Opponent. Please no Teferis. Opponent. Passing. Just kidding about the land thing. Play Loxodon. Resolves. Counter on Loxodon. Pass the turn. Opponent gonna draw a couple cards. Yup. Untaps. Land. And Ixalan's Binding. Hits a Loxodon. Opponent passing. Come on, action. Well, play Llanowar. Counter on Llanowar. Let's just pass. It's tempting to get rid of the Ixalan's Binding and present lethal, but Teferi is still the easiest way we lose. Opponent passing. Okay. Another land. Well, alright. Counter on Llanowar. Go attacking. Seal away. Alright, now I guess we gotta do it since we just keep drawing lands. Tribunal. On Ixalan's Binding. Get back Loxodon. Pass the turn. Opponent untaps. Land. Uh-oh, they found something. Ixalan's Binding. On Tribunal. Gets rid of Loxodon. Knight of Autumn would be pretty good. Opponent passes. Well, okay. Ixalan's Binding. On Ixalan's Binding. That's pretty helpful. Tribunal on Ixalan's Binding. Get back Loxodon. Counter on Loxodon. What a game. Pass the turn. Oh, this is a close one. Opponent untaps. Land. There's the Teferi. Oh, goodness. Tucks Loxodon. Oh, come on, deck. Come on, deck. Passes. Now we probably lose. Glacial Fortress, go. Wow. What a battle. But now our opponent gets to draw 2 cards a turn, and it's going to be very unlikely that we can find a way to win. Yep. Treasure map, make sure our opponent's drawn well. Untap some lands. Another climb is not helpful. Yeah. Well, now we're getting close to the part where we scoop it up. Opponent scries. Leaves it on top. Well, we fought the good fight. Unfortunately, we flooded out a pretty absurd amount. Draws an extra card. We managed to be mana screwed and then also to flood out. There's the Loxodon. I mean, we're going to cast it. It's not going to work. I think we're pretty close to scooping here. Yeah, there's the Essence Scatter. Well, pass the turn. Opponent scries. Yeah, to the top. All right. And we're going to call it. There's no way drawing 1 card a turn we can get back from there. Oh, that was a brutal one. That was a brutal one. Well, all right. Let's go down and Assure Assemble for another Tribunal. Run it like that. Yay. So close. So close, so close. I thought we had a decent chance there, but opponent eventually found the Teferi. And once the Teferi comes down, the game ends. Also a Field of Ruin deck, which is a bit annoying for our plan. Alright, we are on the play. Yeah, got a mulligan. Alright, well, we'll keep this. We're blue mana away. Tribunal. I think we go bottom. I think we go for the goal of top decking a blue source and playing Hadana's Climb. Opponent, tap land. Passes. Well, play Sun Petal Grove. Play Pelt Collector. Play Branch Walker. Grow Pelt Collector. There's blue mana. Well, pass the turn. Opponent. Island. And passes. I'll play Hinterland Harbor. Play Climb. Wow. They actually have a negate. I'll play Pelt Collector. Go attacking. There's not much else we can do here other than just attack ferociously and hope we can kill our opponent before they draw a sweeper. Glacial Fortress. Opponent passes. I'll play Evolving Wilds. Go to combat. Swing with everything. Opponent down to 10. Pass the turn. A negate would be a pretty helpful draw. Opponent untaps. Plains. Negate might actually just be a game-winning draw. Ixalan's Binding. Okay. Gonna go after the bigger Pelt Collector. Well, sack this. Grab a island. Alright, deck. Alright, deck. Give us something. More lands. Well, go attacking. Play Glacial Fortress. Pass the turn. Oh, so close again. Opponent. Land. And passes. Well, go to combat. Attack. Attack. Opponent takes it. Down to 3. Pass the turn. Well, I mean, we're to the moment of truth part of the game. Opponent. Main phase Chemister's Insight. That's a good sign. And scoops it up! We got there, taking down the control deck. Bant climb through the negate. Well, that was good. That was a good performance for our deck. Whoo! Sweet. Sweet, sweet. All right. Budget Magic time. We are playing Pelt Collector Tribal. Bant climb. But seriously, we do have a lot of Pelt Collectors. Play Pelt Collector, pass the turn. I mean, maybe this is good enough, depending on what our opponent's doing. Mountain. Lava Runner. Okay. Opponent passes. Well, play the Plains. Play Song of Freyalise. Play Pelt Collector. Pass the turn. Opponent. This draw actually looks pretty reasonable. We're going to be able to grow our stuff outside of Chain Whirler range, which seems pretty important. Alright, Wizard's Lightning takes down the Pelt Collector. Opponent. Yeah, staying aggro. Alright. Hits us. And passes. Well, we play Pelt Collector. Play Evolving Wilds. Crack Evolving Wilds. Grab a Forest. Branch Walker. Grow, Explore. We will keep Night of Autumn. And pass the turn. What do you got, opponent? Combat. Gets in. We'll take it. Not going to get 2 for 1 by blocking. Wizard's Lightning Part 2. Okay. Well, that's fine. Down to 17. Well, we get the 3rd lore counter. Pump the Dorks. Night of Autumn. Put the counters on it. Man, we are a climb away. I think we're in decent shape anyway, but climb would be so good. Hit our opponent for 7. Down to 13. Pass the turn. What do you got, opponent? They have another Wizard's Lightning? Alright, Fanatical Firebrand. Sure. Opponent. Give us climb. Llanowar. Well, go to combat. Attack with everything. I am assuming our opponent's going to, like, block, sack. Yeah. Block. So they're going to kill the Pelt Collector. But their board is going to be empty. And they drop to 9. Now we play Llanowar Elves. Pass the turn. Well, for not having a climb, we have a pretty fast start. Also, I mean, our opponent keeping the 1-lander is not helping them. Opponent passes. Well, play Evolving Wilds. Go to combat. Hit our opponent down to 1, and this should do it? I mean, I guess it could go land 1-drop, and start chumping, but opponent scoops it up. Well, our opponent only had 1 land, which certainly worked in our favor, but I feel like Mono Red should be one of our better matchups anyway. We have a lot of cards that tend to be good against Mono Red. So go up the Baffling Ends. Go down, I think, the 2 Assura Symbols in 1 Chamber Sentry. Hungering Hydra is like our secret tech for Mono Red. Although our life gain's good, we can close out the game quickly with Climb. We have a lot of things that are pretty good against Mono Red. Well, I mean, we're going to keep this. We don't have turn 1 Llanowar, but we do have Climb, and we have a Night of Autumn. Well, alright, Llanowar would die anyway. Opponent. Yeah, it's in with Firebrand, sure. Well, Sunpetal Grove, go. Mountain. Lava Runner. And, oh boy, Firebrands for days. Opponent. Getting in. Alright, down to 17. That's a lot of planes. Play Llanowar Elves. Play a plains. Would be nice if we had drawn another forest, but we'll take what we can get. Opponent untaps. Combat. Yeah, it's in. Well, I mean, we will take it. Down to 14. And there goes Llanowar. And, oh boy, Wizard's Lightning. Opponent's just going all the way. Down to 10. Well, that is a fast start. Awkward mana. Very awkward. Well, play the plains. Knight of Autumn. Put the counters on it. We are getting a smidge punished by our budget mana base here. The 3-color mana base, kind of expensive in Standard. Mountain. Steamkin. Opponent. Attacks. No attacks. Passes. Well, I guess our plan is play the island. Play the climb. Combat. Counter on Knight of Autumn. Flip it. No attacks. Branch Walker. Alright, opponent kills it. Ugh, more lands. So many lands. Well, pass the turn. Opponent is down to 1 card. Well, back up to 2. Steamkin, part 2. Yup. We are going to need to draw something or we die. Opponent. No attacks. Pelt Collector. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We could try to kill our opponent in 2 turns, but we would be dead to many things. On the other hand, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So let's assume our opponent's holding a mountain. Like, if we wait, things don't really get much better. Yeah. I mean, yeah. We try to kill him. I think that's the plan. Hit for 10, hit for 10. There's a reasonable chance we're just dead on the backswing. We're not dead to a random red spell. But we are dead to, like, a haste creature or burn spell. Other than risk factor. Opponent, untaps. Mountain. Are we getting there? Are we climbing? Oh, last card's Frenzy. There's no free spells, so we should be good. 5, 6, 7, 8. Opponent can hit us to 2, but then we 10 them again. Yup, down to 2. Sure. Well, I am glad we attacked. And opponent scoops it up, and we climbed over the red deck, and, well, that was a good example of the power of climb. When things go well, it is such a fast clock. Like, we didn't damage our opponent that entire game. Our mana was pretty rough because of our budget deck, and we managed to just 2-shot our opponent, and that was enough to close out the game before they could kill us. Well, sweet. Sweet. So what do we learn this week about Bant Climb in Standard? And overall, this was a bit of a weird budget magic. Not that you saw the weirdness, but fun fact, I actually had to record this budget magic 2 times. Something went wrong with my OBS, my recording program settings, and it downscaled the resolution. You might see that in one of the matches that might have slipped through. But basically, I recorded this episode, went 3 and 2, recorded it again, and did actually slightly better. I think I went 4 and 1 in the second set of matches. So the deck, we played it a lot more than most decks, and it is actually fairly competitive. So the deck is really good in 2 different ways. So we can just win on the beatdown plan, and we saw that in a lot of our matchups where we didn't even draw climb, but we could just Branch Walker and Knight of Autumn and Venerated Loxodon and get aggro wins that way, especially against control decks. We're good at getting in under the control decks. And then we also just get some random free wins where we take and flip a Hadana's Climb and just smash in maybe 2 attack steps with a Knight of Autumn, let's say. It's going to have 5 power. Venerated Loxodon probably has 5 power. A Hungering Hydra is
especially, oh my goodness, it's so much damage. So it's very easy, once we flip a climb, to close out the game in just a couple of attacks, which really shortens the game, and it puts our opponent under a ton of pressure, because with climb out, any random creature we have, a branch walker, a pelt collector, a loxodon, a knight of autumn, any of our big threats, all of a sudden becomes a very big problem. Our opponent basically has to deal with all of our creatures, because when you can double its power and send it to the air, that's just so much damage coming across. So I was pretty happy with how the deck turned out. I really like Chamber Sentry. I feel like that's the card that makes the deck sweet, and I'm excited to try that card more. I think when you see it, the way it's worded, you think, all right, I gotta be a 5-color deck to make this good, but I think that Chamber Sentry is more than fine when you're playing it as like a 3/3 for 3 that has this weird pseudo walking ballista type effect. Obviously, if you can go 5 colors, it's even better, but I think Chamber Sentry is a card that's a little bit underrated right now because of the 5-color aspect. People just gloss it over and think, okay, I'm not playing 5 colors, so I can't play Chamber Sentry, when even if you're playing it as a 3/3 for 3 or a 4/4 for 4 with less colors, it's still a pretty legitimate card and pretty impressive. Plus, we could do some tricks with like Song of Freyalise to get it back. So I'm excited for Chamber Sentry. That's a card that I definitely want to explore more. As I mentioned in the deck tag, if there's one weakness of the deck, it is the budget mana. As you can see, we have Evolving Wilds, and then we have 8 Buddy lands, with only 2 Hinterland Harbors and 2 Glacial Fortresses. So we did have some games where either we had to play off curve a little bit because of Evolving Wilds, or we didn't hit one of our kind of splash colors like blue in a timely manner for a Hadana's Climb. But that's something that can easily be fixed if you start playing more of the Shocklands. Temple Garden would fit in here very easily, or even just more Hinterland Harbors and Glacial Fortresses. So the clunkiness of the mana, it can be solved really easily. It costs a little bit more, but it is a good upgrade to make if you can make it. Plus, the mana on this deck is going to be really good once we get to Ravnica Allegiances, which is coming soon. We're not that far away from the release of the next set, like closing in on a month now, a month and a half. So we're getting very close to that set, and then decks like this all of a sudden get a huge boost of power, even if they get no new main deck cards, and they probably will, because we're getting their guild supported, but even just the mana base that's coming with Ravnica Allegiance is going to be a big upgrade to this deck. So overall, I had a lot of fun playing Bant Climb. It was better than I thought it was. We get crazy explosive Hadana's Climb starts, and now we can just win like a normal fair deck. So anyway, that's been our Budget Magic for this week. Bant Climb for Standard. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, and I will talk to you soon. Thanks for watching the video. If you enjoyed it, help us out by clicking that like button down below. And to keep up on all the latest and greatest, click that subscribe button. And don't forget to hit that bell icon to get alerts whenever we have new videos. And if you want to, check out some of our other sweet videos here and here.